Nightfall whispers, the beast is near. Tabletop junkie, kindred of the new frontier. Requiem running, no masquerade. Break bloods on the dice for the unliving saint. Yo, junkie in the crypt, now a lord of the vein. White wolf's world, he don't play it plain. No sparkly light, no daylight kiss. He's a monster in soup with a predator's hiss. Clan sickle sharp, covenant deep. He don't dream dreams, he stalks your sleep. Dave a finesse or no shadow step. He's writing requiems with every rep. Chronicle burning, secrets unfold. In the world of darkness, stories turn cold. From Elysium halls to bloodied streets, he plays the undead where desire meets deceit. Requiem nights, eternal flame. Tabletop junkie got that vampire game. He ain't mortal now, he sips the red. In the silence of shadows where angels dread. No reflection but all respect. He rolls with clans that the world forget. Vengeful mind or gangrel claws. He makes the darkness stop and pause. Yo, Kantian rebels to Invictus pride. Junkie navigates where the princes hide. Lancia sanctum preaching sins. Or Ordo with their twisted grins. Blood ties bind, the beast breaks through. But he's running that table with a cursed crew. Feeding scenes in social grace. Hunger glows behind that poker face. YouTube live with a coffin flow. Every episode's got that neon glow. Not a monster by chance, but a choice made clear. He's undead now, but he runs with fear. Sanguis eternus, the blood remembers, but so do I. Requiem nights, whispers call. Tabletop junkie don't flinch at all. In the court of shadows, he's the guide. Where bloodlines rule and the weak subside. You want a tale of horror and lust? Junkie's Chronicle, don't break, don't rust. Vampire legend, cold and clean. He's the kindred king on the storyteller screen. You lead, you endure. Welcome to the Requiem.
Except for people on, Discord. Alright, welcome everybody to another game of Vampire the Requiem. So far, Session 2, which we are on Chapter 2 of our story, The Hounds of Hell. And with me, I have my favorite, oh boy, that was a bad step. I was going to say favorite companions, which my favorite companion is Mrs. Tabletop. So I'm going to say that right now. My best friends, SpartaChris and Tails, who is also going under Wise Older Wolf. Pretty sure that's a statement, but we're not sure why. Right, say hi, gentlemen. And, there we go. And give us a little bit of background about your guys' characters against it.
Go ahead, Tails. You start.
Hi, my name is Tails, and today I'm playing Zahir, the Eater of Light. He is a young, well, not young, but younger gangrel. These creatures of the Bone Faith. He seeks to spread his belief in communing with the dead and the union of the wilderness. But he sort of has a penchant for not caring about social morals and standards. And yeah, we'll see where that goes from there.
All right. And SpartaChris, go right ahead. Tell us about your character.
SpartaChris, and I am playing the character Lucien Hawkins, who is a recently, within the last couple of years, turned vampire, and so far his sire has gone missing.
Hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Well, and my name is so you're looking for your missing sire, and my name is Tabletop Junkie. I'm also playing a character, and I'm hosting this horrible horror story, and I'm playing the name Jason Crow, a vampire detective of the Nosferatu Order of Dragul, and he is, of course, in this heat because he's trying to save his livelihood that he currently has as a vampire. He doesn't have much going for him. But he does get a little bit, he is known as basically a sheriff of vampires. He does get some form of respect, but he's just losing everything. Nothing's been the same since he's been a vampire. And he's had a hard time adjusting for it, so. Alright, going from there, we are going to begin. This begins on a new night on the mean streets of Detroit, Michigan. For everyone who is
stormy night.
Yep. For everyone who is joining us, mainly SpartaChris and Tails, and I have no idea where my pencils are.
That sounds like a you problem.
Shut up, Chris. Oh, there's my pencil. That looks like another problem. All right. For everyone who's joining tonight, take away. You guys are gonna wake up and animate your character by spending another vitae. All right. My character has not fed in about a day or so, so he is currently down to 5 vitae, which means once we reach down to 0, we will not be able to animate our characters unless we are force-fed the blood in some way. Or we just die. So, your night begins on, it's not really storming, but your night begins how every other night begins. SpartaChris, why don't you tell us how your character's night began?
Well, he basically kind of wakes up, stretches, and kind of just explores his surroundings.
Okay.
Remember, I wasn't here for when we shut down last time.
Yes, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I mean, how would your character's night begin?
Well, am I back at my?
You're back at your house. Yes. You went back
Okay.
to your house safely before you were told about the job that you are going to have to do because you have a missing sire, and there's money that you need that your sire still owes for the blood bags, and to keep you in good standing with the Camarilla, you're going to have to do this job.
Well, I do know about you guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess I get up and get a shower, get dressed, and try and get a hold of you two.
All right. Do you have a cell phone on you?
I don't know. Can I have a cell phone on me?
You can have a cell phone.
Okay. Well, then I use that then.
All right. All right. So you have it's safe to say that every character would have a cell phone or a way of being in contact. Necessarily, if you don't have the resource merit with any resources, it's possible you may not have a vehicle or very much of a place to live, or just much in the way of cash funds. But a cell phone with cell phone service would be something you would probably need to have in this situation here.
Yeah, I do have 2 resources.
Oh, okay. Oh, then yeah, you definitely got a cell phone. All
It's
right.
a good one too.
Yeah, all right. What about you, Tails? How does your character's night begins before we meet up and figure out how to dispatch of this hellhound, of this dog hellhound situation?
It goes about his typical, wakes up, stretches, smell and dust of the tomb amidst the city rust, and then lights some of the candles mounted on top of bones.
Mm-hmm.
Go see if any wayward believers in the afterlife of a deeper undeath might be there. If not, then yeah, he's off to go get a meal.
Well, I don't think there's been very many people traveling in your area since the last time you strung up the remains of your last 2 victims around the graveyard as a warning. So not many people are daring to come into the graveyard, I would imagine. I think that would have struck some form of fear.
He is a Gango and a hunter. He is okay with hunting for food.
Oh, that is right. You would have to, as a Gringo and a hunter, per se, you'd have to go out hunting. So I think we would need a nice perception test roll, and that would be a wits plus composure.
Okay. Wits plus composure. Right?
What's up?
Wits plus composure, and I roll that many d6, right?
Yeah. Well, it's So if you're, how many dots do you have in wits?
There are 3 in total. 2 in wits, 1 in composure.
Okay,
So
you roll 3.
right?
You roll 3. No, you roll 3 d10s. That is correct.
Okay. 4, 8, and 7.
2 successes. So as you were out, you actually came across of a human female that isn't quite aware of your presence as you're approaching her.
Okay. Alright. So, human female unaware of my presence as I'm approaching her. Wait. Could I whip into stealth mode?
Dexterity plus stealth if you want to use stealth.
Okay, so.
Do you have any dots in stealth?
Yep, I got 6 total. So.
Okay, cool. All right.
5, 10, 6, 10, and 9 and 2.
All right. Did you re-roll any of the 10s?
I can do that right now.
Yep.
Because I forgot to explode. I got another 10 and a 3.
Another 10 and a 3. Re-roll that 10.
And that is 8.
All right, you got 5 successes. She did not see. All she saw was nothing but black darkness as you began feeding on her, and feeding for the night. You gained 1 vitae from feeding on her. Do you kill her?
I'm gonna say odd yes. No, I do not kill her, but I do. When I'm done, leave her in a displayable area and sneak off.
All right. And that's exactly what you do. You did kill your other 2 people from the previous game, so I am gonna have to make you roll a humanity roll. So what you got to do is your humanity starts off at 7. You get to roll 7 dice. 7 dice, and this one I'm gonna let this act slide a little bit because this other act that I'm gonna charge you for in your humanity to see if it goes down any. Is for the 2 murderers from the last session, and you're only gonna have to roll 1. So roll 7 dice, and let's see how many successes you get.
Okay. I got 7, 10, 1, 7, 8, 6, 8, 5. No, wait, that's okay. I just rolled 1. Wait, no, I had the 10, so yeah, 8 and 5.
Okay, so that's you get to re-roll your 10s. Re-roll them real quick.
So it was 1 10 or was it 2?
I think it was. I think I just re-roll 2 dice.
All right. Alrighty, I got 8 and 9.
Oh, that's 2 successes. So you honestly, yeah, you know what? That 1 counts against one of your successes, which brings it down to a 6. But I'm gonna let it go. You did not lose any humanity because of how close that actually came, to you actually succeeding. You were literally one die roll off from that. So I'm gonna let it go. You did not lose any humanity, or take any derangements this round.
Great. I can still feel some joy, or love, or anger.
For today, anyway. Jason awakes, getting ready for his day, or in this case, his night, as that he's a vampire. He lights up a cigarette. He said he does not know if he's coming back alive because he's not sure what really hellhounds really entail. He is gonna roll a intelligence academics roll to see if he knows anything about hellhounds. Just to see, because if I fail this, then he doesn't really know much, because he is a young vampire. He's only been turned for a few years. And I actually fumbled. So he has no idea what a hellhound is, other than what he can look up as that they are hounds that come from the depths of hell to shred apart a soul and to take their remains to hell itself. But he does not know what that means for vampires. He does not know, are these hellhounds different from what he can look up in myth and lore. So he hasn't been able to find anything, and if he doesn't come back, he's thinking, great, if I don't come back, awesome, because I guess if I do come back, I could be seriously injured to where nothing I'm doing is really going to help me none. So he prepares, and he is getting ready to leave for the day. He does have a resource. Dot. I'm not sure if that's enough to buy a gun. That might be enough to buy at least a gun. Let me check. Some weapons, some equipment doesn't cost a dot. If it doesn't cost a dot, that means you don't even have to have the resource merit to have it. You can just say you have it. If it does say it's at least 2 dots to own. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see, firearms and ranged weapons. If it does say it has a minimum cost of like a dot or 2, then yeah, you have to at least have resource, that many dots and resources. With me only having 1 dot, I'm not sure what that would mean, so I am going to look it up. I'm trying to gain to, where is the entire freaking thing at? Revolvers, great. Awesome, I want the, oh, here we go, the list. It looks like the best thing I could come up with is the .22 LR revolver, which literally only has 6 and only does 1 damage. And 6 shots. Wow. All right, so he's loading his gun and he's going, I hope I don't meet much trouble tonight. As he leaves. Now, on the previous session, you guys would have come up with a meeting spot. There is a famous park in Detroit that is open to the public. Would you guys have met there?
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys so you guys actually head to the park to the meeting spot to begin your patrolling of the night. Unfortunately, Jason doesn't have a vehicle, so he has to walk there or hail a cab. How are you guys getting to the meeting spot?
Secular will walk or stalk, I should say.
All right.
My mind just went blank. Could I use maybe do a resource or contacts to get a ride there?
Do you have a contact?
I have a contact, yes.
I think we said that would be a librarian, but let's see if she can give you a ride tonight. Give me to see if you can make contact with this contact. Make contact with this contact. I would like you, sir, to roll a presence manipulation and add a how many dots do you have in contact?
1.
So presence plus manipulation plus the dot in your contact, and that's your dice pool.
So 5 die.
5 die.
And that's D. It's been a while.
D10s. All D10s.
D10s. Okay. Yeah, not that one. There we are. 7, 9, 10. That one landed funny. 5 and 4.
Reroll the 10.
4.
Okay. You got 3 successes. The contact is willing to take you to the meeting spot. She picks you up. You hear a knock on your door.
I don't think I gave the contact a name.
I'm going to give her a
Judah.
name. No, her name is going to be Jane.
Okay, Jane.
And she's a librarian. So you open the door to see a pale-looking woman with red hair, natural red. And she says, "Oh, what's your name? What's your character's name again?"
Lucian.
Lucian. I'm here to give you a ride. Are you ready?
Yeah, thanks, Jane, for the short notice. Sorry.
Oh, not a problem. I was actually heading home anyway, so it's on my way.
Thanks.
So you guys shut the door, and you guys get in the car together, and she begins driving you to the park. And as she drops you off, she goes, "Is this the location? Like, you didn't go somewhere more public?"
No, this is the place that I was told to meet at.
Oh, okay. Well, Lucien, you have a great night. I gotta get going though.
Thanks. I'll contact you if I need anything else.
All right, not a problem. And you shut the door, and she drives off. All right. So as you wait in the park, you see Zahir and Jason are walking around. One coming from the left, one coming from the right, and you guys meet in the center.
I'm not embarrassed.
So, according to reports, some attacks have. Jason's going to start by saying, according to some reports and some news reports that I've picked up, some of the attacks have been here in Detroit Central Park. That's why I reckon that we have a meeting spot right here. If anything's going to happen, it's going to happen right here tonight.
It is good to hunt beasts within their own den now and again.
Well, where shall we begin first? Where was the
Look around, step around.
Well, all right. So there is where there's been some sightings. You guys have noticed that there is there's actually police tape around. It's like, well, you guys can see that there is blood, human blood, and like chalk markings on the sidewalk. It's in the grass of the framework of how people's bodies are laying. Or how they were
Does it
laying.
look, right, of course it looks like a fairly
Say again.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to ask if it's more civilized or feral, but it's hell dog things attacking. Of course, it's more feral than more civilized.
Right, yeah, I mean, it's going to be feral. It's savagery. These, whatever these hellhounds are, um, they seem to be leaving no remains of any humans left. And they are, but it also looks like some of their blood is also missing.
Okay.
I can always pull a track. I can always try to begin to tracking.
All right. Give me 1 second. If that's you have the ability to. You said track, Chris.
Yeah.
What does that fall under? Investigation.
Investigation.
Okay. All right. And okay. So
I don't want to pitch you because I also have 2 points.
Chris, give me a resolve plus investigations roll, and do it for tracking. So you add up all the dice pool and then add 1 additional dice to it for it being your specialty.
So 7 die.
Yep.
Okay. Give me a moment. This will take a little while.
Nope. Take your time.
All right. 7925346.
2 successes. You begin tracking. You notice that the grass is disturbed and that there's like huge paw prints there. And give me 1 second.
Do they lead off in a direction?
They do. They lead off in many different directions, but one is leading you, I believe Central Park would be. You're going to want to look at they're not traveling north and south, which you found weird. It's more like east and west.
Okay, that is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an indication that there's 2 sets of paw prints? So there are two hellhounds?
No, that it's more or less it's their hunting grounds. It's the way they're traveling. It's like they're traveling in packs. And they're only traveling certain directions, leading more towards inside the city instead of outside. It's like they come from the outside of the city to hunt, and then they go back into the center of the city.
Okay. Well, I'll just kind of point in the direction that the paw prints lead and just say they're originating and coming from this direction.
Okay.
That would make sense.
Do I get any is there anything else I would probably notice via tracking, any smells or any blood drops that I can possibly see or anything of that nature?
Hang on 1 second.
All of the patients that I'm sharing. No.
All right, so as you're beginning to look and you're telling everybody about, okay, so you told everyone that the paw prints are leading outward and then back inward, like they only go so far outside the city, and then they lead back into the city. And as you're doing that, you did not realize that one of them nearly chopped your hand off as it makes its appearance outside the bushes.
Oh, joy.
You're currently looking at one that's currently in hunt, and Jason goes, Lucian, watch out! And he draws his gun. All right, everyone's gonna have to roll initiative, including the Hellhound. The initiative roll is basically going to be the amount of, it's going to be determine the amount of successes. So you just look at your initiative and what your initiative mod is. If it's like a 6 or something like that, you just roll that many dice and figure out how many successes you get. 7 or greater is a success, I believe. And then that'll determine initiative roll. And 10s don't explode.
I got 2, 4, 7, and 9.
Yeah,
All right.
I had out of 5, I got 9, 9, and 7.
All right. So it's gonna go like this. 9, 9, and 7. So that's 3. All right. So, oh, for God's sake. I think there might be a cheap, easier way. I think it's a 1d10. Never mind. We'll figure that out later. All right. So Lucian's got 3. So Lucian's gonna go first. What did you get again, Tails?
2, 4, 7, and 9.
2, 4, 7, and 9. Oh, that's 2. All right. So then it's gonna be Zahir, and then Jason, and then I gotta roll for the Hellhound to see where he goes. Oh, he goes last. All right. Okay, so. All right. So, Lucian goes first. Lucian, what do you do?
Well, most of my stuff revolves around brawling. I do have a bite attack, so
So scream like a little girl. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I will reach through the computer screen and I will punch you.
All right. So the bite attack will be for brawling. So give me a strength plus your brawl, and you have to get 4 successes. 4 or more successes.
I do get an extra dice for the bite attack, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and I did get 110.
All right. Reroll that.
So 6, 5, 1, 10, 6, 2, 4, 6.
So you got 6, 5, 1, 10, and then 2, 4, 6?
6, 2, 4, 6.
6, 2, 4, 6. Well, those are all failures, and the 1 cancels out the 1 success you got. Did you reroll the 10 yet?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, you failed. You literally tried to bite it, but its flesh is like leather to you and rubber, and you were not able to even pierce it at all. And in fact, you might have chipped a fang. So, all right. Next will be. Next is going to be Zahir. Zahir? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to. Oh, this isn't as speed. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna like beat it. I don't know.
All right.
I didn't update.
Give me a strength plus
This is the
brawling roll.
This isn't the one for my computer, so I gotta do it differently, I guess.
Okay.
All right. I got 9, 4, and 6.
9, 4. That's 1 success. So you tried to punch it, and it shrugged it off easily. You guys are not hurting this thing at all. All right, Jason's gonna give a nice crack at it. He is going to fire at it with the gun to see if that can at least give it some motivation, or at least something. 1 damage die, so it'll be this one. All right. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's right. So I got 2 successes, 3 successes, and so Jason goes up and he shoots his gun at it, and you guys watched as the bullet missed the Hellhound. It's the Hellhound's turn. The closest person that was near him was Zahir. Zahir, what is your not Zahir? Lucian. Lucian, what is your defense?
2.
2? Okay. All right. Alrighty. And that does not count. You might have heard of the roll, but it didn't count because it fell out of my hands. And onto the floor. Alright. Here we go. Holy crap. Okay. No success. 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 No success. No success. No success. Success. Reroll 110. Oh, another 10. Success. Alright, so now need this one, and this one. Alright. 2 successes, and if you guys remember, each box you have a slash for non-lethal, and for piercing, and for bludgeoning damage and non-lethal. For lethal damage, it'll be a X, and then and aggravated damage is a star. And each one does absorb that many points. All right, Chris, it literally bit you on your arm, and it's chomping down on it pretty tight for exactly 2 points of damage. Which would be 2 X's, or you could do a star and an X.
Oh, what's the difference?
Well, the X is basically just lethal damage, and it's not like, what do you call it? It's lethal, but it's not aggravated. Like, you're not dying yet. You just got to mark off 2 of your boxes on your health. Like, how many dots do you have in health?
7.
Don't say 4.
I also do have 2 in survival as well.
Okay. So basically, just all right. So you make 7 dots on a piece of paper, and under those dots, just put 2 X's, or you can just do a star and an X. Well, all that means is you just don't have. If you do the star for one of those dots, you can't use that for anything else. That's all that means. You just lose basically 1 dot, and you have a partial dot.
And the X's.
You can do 2 X's or a star and an X. No, you can do 2 X's or a star and a slash. I'm sorry. Just do 2 X's. It's easier.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
It just depends on how you allocate your damage. That allows your character to stay alive.
Yeah.
So like if I do 2 more lethal damage to you, you have to consistently mark enough off. So 2 X's, like lethal damage, like 1 point of lethal damage does not count as 1 point of non-lethal damage. That's why they do that. We'll walk you through that in a minute. Well, ooh, that might have been bad for me to say. We'll walk you through that in a minute. You're gonna die. No, just kidding. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. All right, Lucina, it is your turn. This this dog has got you by the arm and has shredded meat off your bone. What do you do?
I guess I will go in for another bite.
Going for another bite? All right. Give me so roll your strength, brawl, and if it's specialized for biting, add one extra die to yourself.
Okay, give me a moment here.
Do you have any powers you might want to use? Any vampire powers? Remember that. Don't forget about your vampire powers, guys.
I don't think I gave myself vampire powers.
What? It's part of your disciplines for your clan. Yeah,
okay.
Disciplines.
Yeah, I use clarity and vigor.
Vigor would be a good thing. You get to add if you spend one vitae. If you take off another box of your vitae, for this scene, I believe it's for an entire scene. Yeah, for one per scene. You get to use your vigor through this entire scene, and what that does is that would add dice to your strength rolls of any kind. That includes attacking.
Sure, I'll do that.
All right. So lose a vitae, which means you're probably going to need to feed, and then you get to add your vigor dots to your dice pool and dice, which will give you a little bit more strength to attack.
So instead of having 7, it would be 8.
Yes.
Okay, so I get an 8, 6, 1, which cancels out probably one of the successes.
It does.
8, 4, 4, 9, 4, 8.
Damn. Yeah, you are not biting very well into him at all. He is completely allowing you to ravage him, but you just cannot bite through his skin.
And I needed 4 successes, right?
Yeah. It was the one that screwed you.
I had yeah.
It was the one that screwed you. If you didn't have that one, it would have been fine. It would have went. All right. It is Zahir's turn again.
All right, so I can use my protein to make feral claws, and so I got them with those, right?
Protein. Let's see here. Ooh. I think we've talked about this before, didn't we?
Yeah, but I'm making sure like I don't have the damage here in the book.
Yep. Let me. What's your dots in protein? Protein.
3.
14. 3. You said 3.
3.
3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see here. All right. So upon activation of this power, which costs you 1 vitae, so lose a vitae, the vampire's nails can grow into long, fearsome talons, capable of rending bone and flesh alike. This power makes a Grengel truly fearsome combatants, and other kindred tend to give them a wide berth. So you're taking on stuff like talons, beaks, claws, teeth. I will allow that. And this gives you a +1 bonus to your attack pool for unarmed combatants. If you're doing claws, it'll be +1 aggravated damage.
Okay. So still strength and brawling then? You hit this thing?
Yep. If you're doing brawling, it'll be that, and it'll be a +1 to your unarmed combatants to give you feral looks.
Okay. So instead of 3 dice, I'm rolling 4.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be strength plus brawling, and then if you specialize in that, add that, and then after that, +1, plus another dice.
3, 8, 6, 10.
3, 8, 6, 7. So that's only 2 successes. Unfortunately,
6, 10.
6, 10?
10.
Oh, okay. Well, re-roll the 10.
Okay. 8.
8. All right. That's 3 successes. Unfortunately, needed 4. You went up and tried to. What did you use your protein for? What did you make? Like claws or bigger fangs?
Yeah, I was thinking just giant claws, like sort of Wolverine.
Okay, so you made giant claws and you went to scratch, and unfortunately the claws came out. This
Okay.
guy, these hellhounds have got some tough ass hide. Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna try for shooting again. Oh, and I got 3. Ho 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 ho! All right, and it will be lethal. So let me get a piece of paper, which I don't need a piece of paper. I just need one of my. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let me mark this damage here. Oh, nope. All right. So I shot another bullet, and it took lethal damage right to one of its paws, but it is still very much into the fight. The Hellhound is going to shake Chris wildly because they're both attacking each other. One's got its arm; he's trying to bite into it to let it go. So he's gonna shake Chris's arm off wildly and see if he gets any release from Chris on that one. It's kind of like a sense of a grapple, but I'm gonna give it just simple brawling. But he's gonna use its claws, so he doesn't get no specialty for this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And Chris, your defense is a 2.
Yeah.
Let's see how well it shakes your arm off. Oh shit. Okay. So it feels like it's about to release, and as it does, it bites down even harder on one of your arms. Just give yourself 1x, sir.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. You only took a little bit of lethal damage. Other than that, it is it's like blood is just dripping everywhere. It's your turn again.
Oop, jeez. And I still have the vigor still in play, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at some point in time, something I guess, will go good for me. Could I have a weapon on me?
You can have any kind of weapon on you. You want a knife?
Sure.
All right. You suddenly pull a knife outside your coat. Let's see here. This knife is going to be insanely small, because it's the closest thing you got to, helping you with anything. Hopefully it doesn't snap on the. Hopefully you don't fail it so badly the blade snaps on the hide of the freaking hellhound. I would laugh.
I do
All
have
right.
one weaponry position.
You got.
dot.
All right. Yep. You got. This is going to be a combat knife, which does 1 damage. Damage is 1 lethal, which means you get to roll 1d10 in your dice pool. So go ahead and give me that roll, sir.
So weaponry plus strength.
Yep. Strength plus weaponry, and then you're using your knife. Is weaponry got any dots in it?
Yeah, 1 dot.
Okay. Yep, strength plus weaponry, and then add the 1 dot for the knife.
And the vigor.
And then the 1 die for the vigor as well.
So that's a total of 6 dots?
Yeah, that'll be 6 dice. Yep.
I got 1 success.
Jeez, what'd you do? Like, you're just like Zahir and Jason's just watching no, Zahir and Jason is just watching as we watch Lucien pull a knife out from his pants, and this is like a combat knife from the military, and just basically just scraping the leather skin of this hellhound. What's Zahir gonna do?
Okay, so would I need to verbally like activate my resilience discipline on my turn, or is that a passive trait?
Oh, resilience. Okay, let me see here.
I have 1 point.
Resilience. You have 1 point in resilience. You have to activate it with spending another vitae. You have to spend a vitae, and it will be active for the entire scene.
Okay, so would I be able to activate that and then try and slash this thing up again?
Yes, you can. And what this does is, as long as this is active, it downgrades the number of aggravated damage points per scene equal to the resilience dots.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead. Yep, that's what it'll be. So you went in, activate it. Now what are you going to do for your attack?
I'm going to try to slash this oversized meat pup symbol.
With the claws again, go right ahead. Strength plus brawling plus 1.
Alright, so I got 8, 5, 9, 8.
8, 5, 9, 8. That's 3. Did you get any 10s?
Nope.
Alright, so as you're trying to slash, it is currently absorbing all of whatever you're doing. You guys are not hurting this thing at all, but barely. Literally the only thing that anyone's done any damage was the bullets. Unfortunately, I only have like 4 of those left. So as Jason's watching this, I don't think he would notice anything because of the heat of the battle, but he's gonna try and give it another shot. Here, so yep. And let's see. Oh God. He accidentally shoots Chris. He shoots Lucien in the back. I missed the hellhound. I hit you though.
With friends like that, who eats hellhounds?
Give yourself 1. This will be 1x on your character sheet under one of your dots. Oh, it's a hellhound's turn. Let's see here if he can shake. Boy, we are watching like one guy grapple a hellhound while being grappled by the hellhound himself, and then being shaken apart. This is like crazy. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, y'all wanted rodeo, huh? You just forgot to bring some pine.
Oh! He fumbled. Alright, so the hellhound releases Lucien. And Lucien is now free.
Okay.
Alright, what do you do?
I mean, what can I do? I'll put some distance
Chuck rocks
between
at
him and
it. Do anything. Come up with something creative. I don't care which.
Yeah, sure. I'll pick up a large enough rock and I'll throw it at its head. Maybe
Alright.
aim for the mouth.
Alright, for that I will say improvised weaponry. You know what? That'll be funny. Give me a strength plus your weaponry roll and your vigor, and you know what? Just for the creativity, I'm going to give you one additional die.
4, 5, so 6.
It was 6 last time, so it should be 7 now.
Okay.
The silence is anticipating. We do not know if these characters are going to be able to take out. And there's supposed to be like a certain percentage of these dogs were turned of the dog population, which is a lot, was turned into hellhounds, and we're having this much trouble with one of them. Did everybody go silent? Hello?
Okay,
Oh.
so I got 3, 5, 7, 10, 6, or 5, 6, 5. Re-rolled the 10 to get another 10, and then it re-rolled to 2.
Okay. So the rock just bounces. Like, you pick up this big rock, you chuck it right at the mouth, and it literally, like, catches the rock. This thing's fucking athletic as hell. Alright, Zahir, it is your turn.
Why didn't you give them a stronger stat starting pool than you gave us? This isn't fair. Okay.
This is the base starting pool for one single hellhound. Now, if you were taking on a bunch of hellhounds, it would have been more like 7 of them. This is a hellhound. This is a lieutenant hellhound.
Oh, I want to attack it, but this other part of me says just try intimidating it, but I don't want to do that either, because I feel like it's like you've been slapping at me, you're trying to intimidate me now, fool.
You could try intimidation. I don't know how well that would work.
I mean, am I allowed a social action and physical expression in the same turn or just one?
You can try a social interaction.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just, I guess I'll do the intimidation. What am I rolling
All
here?
right. You're gonna have to get 7 or more successes.
All right, what would I roll here? Which intimidation and what else?
It'll be intimidation plus manipulation.
I don't have that many dots, so never mind. I couldn't even do that if I wanted to.
I mean, yeah. So, so what are we doing?
I guess I'm going to. Well, I do have a ritual dagger, but I didn't stats from that yet. And I have 2 in weaponry, so I might be able to work with that better.
All right. Give me a strength plus weaponry roll, and if it's specialized, add a dot, and if it's not, then just add the dots together, and that's how many dice you get.
Five, 6, 9, 8, 7, 10, and 7.
You said 9-7 for the last 2?
7, 10, and then I rolled a 7.
Oh, 7-10. I think that's like 5 or 6 successes. So, yeah, that definitely hits. What's the damage of your dice? What's the damage of your dagger?
We didn't get around to that yet. I think that was one of the things we're going to square away after the last session. We tried to go, and then
Okay.
I think we forgot.
Well, if it's anything like a knife or daggers, anything like melee generally carries a 1 or 2 lethal. Since you said that this is a ritual dagger, I'm gonna give it 2 lethal. So roll 2 additional dice.
I got 7 and 8.
7 and 8. Wow, holy crap. Okay, so you definitely did 2 points of aggravation to it. Not aggravation. All right. So you stabbed it like right in its freaking side, and you actually did do some damage to it. Yeah, you pierced its hide finally.
Yay!
All right. So with that said, it's going to be Jason's turn. Jason's going to try and fire at it again, even though that's not really been his thing. But he's seen what you guys are going through, and he's like, I don't want to get into that. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, firearms. Okay, and here we go. Oh, God. Oh, good. Oh, God. Yeah, he fires and he hits a tree. He's like, damn, I suck at firing guns.
Were you before you became a sheriff?
I wasn't a sheriff. I mean, that's only vampire term. I wasn't really an actual cop. I've been a private investigator. I've never really wielded a gun before now. All right, so Lucien is going to get attacked by this hellhound asshole. So let's see here. All right. Motherfucker. 4. 7. All right, here we go. Lucien, what is your defense?
2.
2? Okay. Oh, I meant Zahir. What is your defense?
You said you were attacking me, though.
No, I meant he's attacking Zahir because Zahir pierced his hide.
Oh.
So 3 times.
Yep.
My defense is 2.
2. Okay. 2 or better. All right. Let's see here. Success. 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 Failure. Success. All right. Okay. 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 He comes up and takes one chunk out of your leg. And he flips you to the ground. And this chunk is pretty massive. So you take, you mark off 2 dots are now marked off with either a star or a slash or 2 X's. That's how much damage he's doing to you. Does he here get that?
Yeah, star dot or 2 X's on one of them, but yeah, the PDF's being funky with the boxes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this. Just do 2 X's. I don't think the fillable character sheet I got. I don't think they are fillable, which is something I'll have to change later. So yeah, just go with 2 X's. Okay. All right. Suddenly, you guys have noticed the Hellhound is getting kind of weary, and he's getting low to the ground, or it's getting low to the ground. We don't even know if it's a guy or girl. So he is getting very weary on this fight. Lucien, it's your turn.
Really, I don't feel like doing anything because none of it's worked.
Yeah, again, who was your character before that? Or are you a newly turned vampire? I said, who was your character before tonight?
I'm a newly turned vampire.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. I don't know.
Maybe a steady retreat would be helpful if we can't seem to kill this thing.
What'd you say?
I said, I was talking out of character, but we could say it was in character. I could say, as Jason, I'd be like, I think a steady retreat would be helpful since we can't seem to be killing this thing or hardly wounding it.
Okay, yeah, I'll be down for that.
All right, so so Zahir can pretty much be okay. It's just that his leg is just a little bit hurt, but it's not like badly damaged. He wasn't taking damage the whole time. Okay, so you guys go for a nice retreat. Everyone needs to give me a dexterity plus athletics roll, and
But I still got plenty more health. I can't try to get one more stab in.
you can try and get another stab in if you want. If we want, Lucy could be the only one that can retreat.
I can start retreating while I try to see if I can't mutilate this mofo.
All right, fair enough. All right, so Lucien withdraws to try and get away from the Hellhound. Zahir, it is your turn. What would you try and do?
I'll attempt to stab it or gore it with the knife already one and just continue
All right.
that
Same dice
stabbing
rolls that we did.
laceration.
Same dice
Yep.
rolls as we did last time.
Oh yeah, 9, 9, 7, 8, 4, 10,
Do a reroll.
7.
All right. All right. Okay, so you actually managed to stab it again. And what was it? Two? Yeah, it was 2. All right. So you managed to stab it again. Oh, actually. And did you roll your two damage dice with that? Like 2 additional dice for the stabby?
I did not. I thought I rolled those.
Go
up
ahead.
after.
Yep. That didn't sound right. Yeah, go ahead and roll 2 additional dice and tell me what you get.
9 and 4.
What was?
9 and 4.
Okay. All right. He is kind of just like he's like stumbling a little bit. So you managed to actually stab it like right in the sides again, and it's definitely bleeding everywhere. Finally, Jason is going to put away the gun since he's no good at firing, and he is just going to he's going to try and he's going to bare his fangs, and he is just going to try and bite into the thing. Let's see here. He doesn't have specialized, so it doesn't really matter. All right, let's see here. One, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Oh, fuck me. All right. So he goes up and he tries to like bite into the creature using his fangs, and yeah, it didn't really do much of anything. All right, the Hellhound is now going to take a chunk out of Jason. All right. But all right. Ooh. 1, 2. Okay, so nope. All right, so nope. He fumbles. He cannot. All of a sudden, he just falls down, and blood just drips and pours everywhere.
So did it like bleed out or something, or is it dying? Is it dead?
The breathing is very shallow. It seems like it might be dying.
Okay, so do I have a chance to animalism with it, or is it too feral?
You can try and
I only got 1 point.
You can try and use animal kin. It'll be for this. It'll be
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna
presence animal kin.
Animalism.
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 Oh, okay.
Discipline.
Oh, it's discipline. Oh, I thought it was animal kin. You just gotta spend. I believe you gotta spend a vitae for that, as well.
Yep.
How many dots are in it?
1.
Okay. So this will be a manipulation plus animal kin plus you 1 dot in animalism. And tell me what you get.
Okay.
And it's you don't have to spend a vitae for it. I'm sorry, that was you don't have that at a cost.
Okay. Then all right, so we got 9, 4, 5, 7.
9, 4, 5, and 7. All right, that's 2. Give me 1 second. I'm going to say no modifiers. You succeeded. Just regular success. You can now fully communicate with the Hellhound.
Okay. So, man. All right. So I'd like to ask it, like, what its mission, what its aim was, who its master might have been.
And he basically responds back with what everyone hears around you is a howl, but the howl basically as you get it, it's a distress howl, which means he's not for sure who his master is. He's and you sense that he says something else to you, and with another what comes out to be another groan or a bark, sort of, but more or less of a sad, whiny moment, noticing, like, basically telling you that he's been alone, and this is he doesn't know how he became this way.
Okay. Then I will finish it up with telling you that if it believes itself not too feral or not too far gone, if it would serve a larger predator, I would heal it right now.
As you relayed that, it died. It just stops communicating with you.
Okay, good. Now I'm gonna break his head off as a trophy.
Okay, so you go ahead and break its head off as a trophy, and not that that's a little too crazy. Go ahead and give me a humanity roll for that. 7 dice. Small desecration of dead here.
It's a trophy from a battle. It's not desecrating dead. A lot
I
of
don't know,
hunters do.
man. There's something about that just doesn't even seem right to me. You're breaking its head off as a trophy.
Okay. I have a gangrel. I have a shrine of bones. They gotta come from somewhere. I rolled a 7.
You rolled a. So you rolled 7
Do I have
d10s.
to, oh, okay. I have to roll 7. Okay, my bad. Okay, I got 1 7, 5 8, 10 3, 3 5, and 8.
Go ahead, reroll the 10.
The 8 was the 10 reserve.
Oh, the 8 was the 10? Okay. Well, you did fail, so I'm gonna say, out of all this craziness tonight, and after everyone's seen that, I'm gonna move your humanity down to a 6.
Okay, I can accept that.
All right. You can regain that back, by the way, through experience points.
Hey, man,
Okay.
when you're the biggest beast on the block, it just comes to the territory, you know?
So, after this whole mess and basically people screaming, hearing snarling attacks, you guys leave the scene before anyone comes through. Right now, it's currently about 1 o'clock in the morning, and you guys have been patrolling the city for about a few hours now, and only came up with the one Hellhound attack. What would your characters be feeling or doing at this time at night, given the fact of the issues that they are currently having? Given the fact that also, if I'm not mistaken, one of you guys is severely wounded. Chris, what's your damage like?
4 out of 7 X's.
4 out of 7. Oh, so you're actually hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll get to that in a minute. But like other than that, like, so physically and mentally, how is your characters feeling about this mission? I want to know from your guys' perspective how you guys would see this situation. You guys just took on a Hellhound, one Hellhound, and there is said to be many of them.
Zahir feels motivated to strengthen, sharpen his edge, and prepare for a better hunt because his blood is pumping.
All right. What is Lucian feeling?
I'm worried that we'll make it out alive.
All right, Jason's gonna be probably the only one with rational thought here, just because I like to play characters with somewhat rational thought. Okay, is it just me, or do you guys feel like that we were given an impossible job?
I would agree with that.
I mean, hellhounds. I mean, that's just one. There's said to be packs of them.
The real question is who leads the packs, and how are there so many?
That's the other thing. You know, if those are like hellhounds, like how vampires make them. Wait a minute. He wouldn't know this. I already rolled and I failed it. Can one of you guys give me an intelligence roll? I'm gonna say intelligence academics.
I got 8, 9, and
If you, that sounds like 3 successes. So yeah, that would be fair. And then re-roll the 10.
oh, I only got 8, 9, and 5.
Oh, 8, 9, and 5. Okay, so 2 successes. Chris, what'd you get?
I got 8, 6, 10, 7, and then I rerolled the 10 to get a 4.
Wow. Okay, you both got enough successes. Okay, so you guys do know that hellhounds are created in 2 different ways. One by magic, and one by one way to create a hellhound is by magic, which means a mage is involved, or vampire blood. Feeding vampire blood to a dog.
Good old ghoul method.
That one definitely got enough vampire blood out of all of us.
Well, it would also make them addicted to human blood or constant blood, but they would actually have to feed from a master, which means they would always be more hungry as time goes on.
He was just gonna like sort of pat Lucian over the shoulder and be like, "Relax, my friend. To be so close to death is to be one step closer to really being alive."
Except none of us are alive. We're the undead. Anywho, all right. So, how are these things being made, and how is it most of Detroit? Most of Detroit's dog population.
Did I roll a cult on this one?
You can totally roll an occult on this one. I would say intelligence occult roll.
Okay, because as a player, I feel like this would be a wider brave magic effect type of thing. Like this is a large AOE spell, but I have 4 points in the cult, so yeah.
All right.
So, intelligence occult, you said?
Yep.
All right, we got 6, 8, 7, 4, 3, 9, 10, 10, and that landed off the table awkwardly. And enough.
All right, you got 6 successes, which is extraordinary. I'm gonna say is extraordinary. So you know for a fact it's not an occult. Somebody has fed the like as you're examining the head and stuff. You have noticed that you're not sure why, but you know it's vampire blood that this dog was fed because the dog actually told you it ate or drank something that made it like this.
Well, I will
But only
convey
you
this
know that.
information. I was going to convey this information to
Okay.
these 2 boys.
All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, I'd just be like, well, maybe you guys saw an animal in its death throes screaming and howling, but we had a brief conversation before it died. Somebody altered and tainted this beast, and if you pay attention to the message words, and just sort of like splaying some of the skin back to show the veins, you like highlight maybe some of the alteration. Clearly, this has been exposed to vampire blood, so someone was probably doing this in that.
Wait, so vampire blood can turn these dogs into crazed man-eating creatures?
Yep.
Want to go get a chihuahua and I can show you how?
No. My mom had a
Well,
chihuahua.
whoever is doing this is somewhere deeper in the city.
Well, if they have a master, I agree with Lucian. If they have a master, they got to be coming back here because they're not leaving the city, or at least that's what the tracks would have indicated. It's like they come out and then they go back in.
Now, with this information in mind, this brings us to an important crossroads here that I think we, as the undead, should examine. First off, the task feels like it was too ahead of us. Second off, if we figured this out, our task handler has already figured this information out and withheld it from us. How do you wish to proceed?
That's the question.
Well,
How
right
can
now
we
I need
proceed?
to. Right now I need to get this taken care of and nod to my mangled arm.
Can I use medicine on him, by the way?
You can, but we will tend with that in a minute. All right. So, well, we need more than just to tend to the mangled arm. We need to be better prepared. Our simple, like,
Yeah.
your guys' knives and my little pea shooter here isn't going to pierce. If every hellhound's like this one, we're dead. That's all there is to it. We ain't gonna make it. This one could have taken all three of us to take down.
Yeah.
And even in the
I
end,
do
it didn't
have
go down
some-
easy. It went down slow and painful, and it stayed up to its last breath. We don't think the rest of them are
I
going to
do.
do this.
I do have some firearm training, just don't have a gun on me right now.
Well, we also need to make sure we get bigger weapons, like rifles, shotguns. We need to be able to explode the insides of these people out. Even grenades, if we can get our hands on them.
I could use some of the modern weaponry, yes. Unless, you knew any higher generation you could go after. He says with sort of a fangy smile.
Well, I don't think we do. I'm not that old. I'm only, I was only turned in, I've only been a vampire for a short amount of time.
Longer than me.
That's true. I think I said I was a private investigator in the 1920s.
I was just living life until a couple of years ago.
But I'm forever trapped as a 31-year-old.
Hey, at least you don't have to be carded. You're able to drink. I can't go any place without being carded.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Oh no, wait. I'm supposed to be like 40 or 50s, but trapped as a 30-year-old. That's right. I've only been turned in the last 20 years. I'm still considered young. But longer than Lucian.
I still look like I'm 19. I'm forever trapped as a 19.
Ah, like that stupid movie with Edward Cullen. What's that call it? Bitch Light? Twilight. There we go.
No, it's called Piece of Trash.
Oh, there we go. All right. So you guys you guys do know the whereabouts of the Vampire Club, where you guys probably might score some fresh blood to help restore the vitae and your wounds.
I could accept this cloistered approach. The real question is, do we have the resources to maybe amass a hired armor team?
Well, that's the real question. I don't. I'm nearly broke. This guy is practically a child, and you are. Well, I'm not even sure what kind of resources you might have, but we definitely need to call in a few favors.
I attend the necropolis at the graveyard. All manner of zealots and would-be believers gather there.
Well, we didn't find any fresh bodies, but we really didn't save anybody today, and didn't even really save ourselves much. We've definitely got a huge problem here. But alas, we need to figure out what we're doing here quick, because you guys have less than about 5 hours till sunrise.
Well, restock, prepare, get the equipment and stuff for next time.
Well, I'm heading to the Vampire Club. I at least gotta see if I can score a meal or a drink. Because if not, I'm not gonna heal easily, and I don't think Youngblood over here is gonna really be able to do it either.
Oh, I'm down. I can, I suppose, get a feel for this. He like holds his hands up and he does like with all four of his fingers, like tries to quotation marks. Modern life.
Fair enough. Come on, Youngblood, I'll buy you a drink. And he puts his arm around. Jason puts his arm around Lucian to, just.
Ow, arm.
He's not touching your arm. Don't be a baby. As he says as he licks his finger and then pokes the arm with the shredding flesh and actually literally jabs it.
And Lucian reaches up and slaps the hand away.
And is your stamina high enough to resist the pain? Did that actually class you a little bit? That's the real question.
All right, so as you guys make your way to the Vampire Club, it takes you guys a little bit to get across town, because you didn't want to draw any attention to yourselves, but you guys did manage to make it to the club with only a couple hours to spare, and the club's kind of at this point, it's not really raving, but it's just like a nice little slow music, maybe some slow bass. As vampires are still feeding, but they're getting ready to wrap it up for the night.
Everyone's coming down.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Youngblood, what's your favorite blood type?
Oh, something sweet.
Something else.
I like Old Negative. So, and he goes to the bartender. So Jason goes to the bartender and goes, he whispers something, and let's see how well he gets the bartender on his side. Just to try and, just a little bit of diplomacy. Persuasion. There we go.
Is this the same club where like the Elysium's at, by the way?
The what?
Is this the same club where like this city's like Elysium or like like the higher ups are at also, by the way?
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, they don't have. So unfortunately, Jason comes back and says, "I got bad news. Unfortunately, because daytime's coming up, most of the humans have gone home. But she did promise us something decent. It may just not be as sweet." And suddenly, what looks to be a lady in her mid-50s comes over, dressed provocatively, and goes, well, do I get 3 young vampire men to look at me and bite me this evening? And I'm going to say this right now, she is smoking a cigarette.
Zahir
Like
sort of
like
lets like a
DeVille.
big inhale to catch like the smell of her existence to see if like he's even down for that flavor.
You are not.
So I'm just gonna sort of like furrow my nose at it, and then I'm gonna go to walk to talk to like the leadership that like maybe the people that have been brokering us with this.
The leadership is currently unavailable. There's bouncers, and the VIP rooms are sealed shut. Meanwhile, Jason turns to Lucian and goes, "Well, this is all yours, Lucian," as he goes and tries to find something else to drink.
Sorry, I was distracted. What was that?
You're about to do a mid-50-year-old lady who's smoking a cigarette.
No.
Well, you're bleeding out and you need to heal. You don't really have much of a choice. She is positively waiting for you to drink from her. This is why you should never be distracted. What does
Is there anyone
Lucia do?
else?
I mean, barely. Are you gonna turn her down with how damaged you are? With how much with the injuries you sustained?
Don't tempt me.
All right. Chris, give me a resolve plus composure roll to see if you're gonna resist this. Because she is there sprawled out for you on the bar, waiting for you to bite her, offering herself to you. It's not that you can't resist her feminine charms; it's that you can't resist the willingness to be drank from at this moment.
And how many successes do I need?
What's your well? That depends.
What?
You know what? Just give me a roll. Let's see what we get.
I got 2 successes. One was a 10, which I re-rolled to be a 1.
Okay. I'll give it to you. You're resisting her. You're disgusted by this.
Instead, could I possibly use persuasion to get someone else that's a little more attractive?
Give me a presence persuasion roll.
God, cat! She's like jumping into my lap, throwing off my roll.
The old lady or the cat?
The cat.
Okay, I'm just messing with you, man. Chill.
I got 2 successes.
There is someone who is a bit younger. She's about mid-30s. She looks kind of sad. And the bartender did point that she's been crying throughout the night.
Oh, what's wrong with her?
Could be a number of things. It's Detroit, man. People fall on hard times.
Okay, well, I guess she's the only choice. I'll drink from her.
Alright, so you go up to her and she goes, "Are you thirsty?"
Yeah, I am. Sorry.
Alright, well, I don't get paid unless someone drinks for me, and no one has ordered me all night. You'll be the first.
Why, I mean, you're not bad looking, so why isn't anyone jumping to get a drink from you?
It was more or less there was plenty of food to go around. You know, I guess in a sense there was more food than guests to go around tonight. You know, with supposedly troubles in the city and all.
Isn't this like the bar vampire equivalent of asking a woman her age?
What?
I said, isn't asking a woman at a bar why she hasn't been fed on like the bar vampire equivalent of asking a woman her age on like the first date? Why
Yeah, I
did nobody
guess so.
want you?
Oh my god. You had to mention that, didn't you?
Oh, okay, fine. Well, I'm happy to at least help you a little bit, I guess.
Alright. She's like, what do you like? The neck, the wrist, the sides, the thighs? As she, like, touches herself up and down.
Which do you prefer?
She's like, it doesn't matter to me. I get paid all the same. If you must, if you like to be secretive and discreet, and she rolls back her sleeve and she's like, the wrist is okay.
I'll go for the wrist.
All right. So she offers your her wrist to you, and you begin drinking from her. And you get to restore 1 vitae to your character sheet. Get to add it back to your sheet.
Would I be able,
What's up?
would I be able to like sort of witness this, like lean over, like leaning at him, like kind of smiling awkward, like observing, but at least admiring the fact that he apparently is a worthy enough fighter to go find his own meal?
You can. That can totally happen.
Okay. Just like it can punch. Like hovering over him sort of while he's drinking.
Jason probably have saw that as well. He is gonna see if he can try and get. He did manage.
He gets
to
the old.
explore-
He gets the 50-year-old.
No, actually, he ended up finding another lady in the bar, but she looks like she's been fed on for most of the night. But he took what drinks he could from her, little sips of blood that would help him.
How does it? How do I get healed?
Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a minute after the scene closes. All right, so I guess with that being said, we will have our vampire characters retire for the evening. We are going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to mute you guys, and I'm going to tell you guys how much you guys heal and what vitae we're currently looking at being at waking up in the next evening. For everyone who's currently watching, stay tuned. We'll be back right after this hold music. And we are back. All right. Everyone with me? SpartaChris?
Yep.
Tails, you here? All right.
Never left.
All right. All right. So, it's going to be... All right. So, how this works... Chris, how many vitae do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. And you have 4 X's on your character sheet?
Yep.
All right. So, for that type of damage, you can spend... since you're also going to be resting for 8 hours... I can let you spend all 4 of them. It's just gonna exhaust you to the point of you can spend all 4 throughout the night to heal, or you can only spend a couple to heal a little bit here and there, and then drink some more before you have to do it. It's up to you. This counts as per turn, but this is also a resting period. Turns measuring in terms is like every 6 seconds.
So, say that again. All right.
Okay. No. As that we are resting, and this is more of a cinematic scene, it's irrelevant to say because you're able to spend 1 vitae per turn, but because it's a cinematic scene, it's irrelevant. So you can spend as many as you would like to heal. But it's gonna be 1 vitae for every X that you have on your character sheet.
I'll just do 2 for now.
2? Okay. That would make more sense, because it is going to take a while to build tissue and whatnot. Vampires, even though they have supernatural healing, it still does take some time, and it does do that. So let's see here. That's 1 turn. Let me make sure it doesn't take... Yeah, everything is in turns. So... Yeah, that'll be good. So you got 3 vitae plus, since we're coming up to a new night, go ahead and subtract another vitae from your character sheet, so you're down to 2. Tails, how much vitae do you have left?
I have 8.
8? Plus did you not drink at the bar?
Yeah, that was like that. Because I started off at 10, I used 3 during the fight, and then I restored
okay.
1.
Okay, yep, all right. And did you want to spend your vitae during resting period to heal yourself completely? Because I believe you only have 2 X's.
As a primal hunter, that would be optimal.
Okay, so you're going to spend 3 vitae, 2 for healing and 1 for waking up for the new night.
Okay.
And Jason didn't take any damage, thank God.
Coward.
Very funny.
Real vampires have scars.
Okay. All right. So, I'm trying to think if I started the night. I know I spent 1 during the fight, but I did drink. Unfortunately, that's going to cancel out my capabilities because going to cancel out the vitae I take for the next night. The drink that I had because unfortunately I didn't acquire much. So, all right. As each of you guys wake from your places, what do you guys do for the evening before meeting up?
I think I'll go out and do a hunt.
All right. Your vampire instincts are kicking in, and you are getting ready. You are feeling it, that you are ready to stalk some good prey. So you, sir, give me a dexterity stealth roll. And do you obfuscate at all?
Obfuscate. I don't believe so.
Okay. It's a discipline. I believe that allows you to basically move in and out of the shadows.
The only discipline I do have that could possibly help me at all is clarity.
Okay.
And
You mean
I
celerity?
celerity, yes.
Yep. All right.
But that's only on defense and initiatives in a passive manner when I'm not using Vitae.
Yep. And it takes 1 vitae for you to use anyway. All right. So go ahead and give me a dexterity stealth roll, and let's see if you're stalking any good prey.
I got 2 successes.
You did find a nice lady, we'll say nice guy actually. We'll say nice guy. Because I didn't.
I was
make you
more
do a
so
perception
thinking
roll.
about knocking out a rather annoying fellow.
It could be annoying. You don't know. His hair's messed up. He looks like he hasn't, bathed in a while, I guess, or something. He's not homeless. He's just kind of average.
No, I'm just saying
just
like
kinda pissed off.
a jerk. A jerk.
Oh. So you see that guy after, like, he's like, you know what? You're just a stupid little bitch. And he just, like, begins walking away. And she's like, I'm sorry. No, don't come back. No, fuck you, lady. And he's walking away. You begin stalking him. Go ahead and give me a nice strength brawling roll. And if it's for a bite attack, you can use your specialty.
So what, you mean like kill him?
Whatever you want to do. You don't have to kill him. You can feed on him.
Yeah. So you
don't
said
have to kill him. You leave him there in his own blood. Make him regret telling his woman that she was a bitch. I almost said telling his bitch that she was a bitch.
I forget. Does Chris have the painful bite or the pleasant embrace genealogy?
I'm not sure.
Because I recall for most, it's a pleasant feeling, like a euphoria, except for that one gene where it's like, what?
Yeah. He's a what is he, a Deva or a Ventru?
you talking about me, Deva.
Yeah, Deva. Yeah, you're like the sexualized vampires. You're like the kinds that have fun, professional escorts type. I think for you it'd be a pleasant embrace. For someone of Nosferatu or Grangrel, that would probably be more painful. For that, we do have fangs, and I'm ugly as shit. I don't see why this has to do with anything. Like, Chris, how you taking? How is Lucian taking this guy out? Why are we?
I'm gonna do a bite attack, and I'm gonna do a bite attack.
Give me the freaking roll.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. 1 got canceled out, and then a re-roll for a 10, which didn't give me anything.
So 3 successes because 1 got canceled. That was more than you need. You managed to sneak attack that guy, and you bit him. Like, where'd you bite him at?
In the neck.
All right, and you bite him in the true place where everyone chooses to be bitten at by in this case a female, but this is a male. Right in the neck. And do you drain him and kill him, or do you just leave him as soon as you just have your fill?
I drink until he passes out and leave him in a place where he could be found and have a long recovery.
Oh, there you go. So you basically put him in You put him after you get done feeding him. You put him in a back alley and you cover him up and make sure he's all nice and tucked in.
Something like that, yeah.
There you go. All right, awesome. And you check your phone to see if anyone's texted to see where you guys would be gathering tonight. Obviously, Detroit Central Park might be a bad idea.
How many Vitae did I get from that?
Just one.
Just one? Okay.
Just one. What is Zahir currently doing?
Well, if he has not done it already, then he definitely took the time to skin that skull and hang the head over the threshold of the necropolis, and then sort of etch little runes into the frame with the blood and stuff from it, and then proceed to go and hunt and restock himself for the evening.
Give me, sir. Kind sir. I'm trying to see if I can get you to fail a few things. Make it your life hard. Wits plus composure roll, sir.
Wits plus composure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I had to move location to get the dice out. Alright. And my wits and composure I got 9, 1, 2.
That's for wits plus composure?
9, 1, 2. Yeah, I only have 1 composure and 2 wits.
Oh wow. You've been scraping by. No one has come into your area at all. Your area has been roped off as several crime scenes.
Well, then I'd go hunt in a different area.
As you were basically trying to do that, you hardly see anyone out on this evening, as the evening begins with a light drizzle. You're not sure why. Just something smells funky in the air. Give me
Can I
another
follow
wits-
that smell?
You totally can follow that smell.
What's
And,
plus composure, you said?
Yeah,
He's going down to Funky Town.
Well, no, you can go down to Funky Town without a roll. I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay.
All right. Meanwhile, back at Jason's place, he turns on the TV and goes, in several locations last night, there seems to have been a struggle in Detroit Central Park, and there was a struggle last night. Definitely a struggle, but Detroit Central Park did not have any bodies, so we don't know what kind of things were going there, but people could have swore they heard gunshots. We have no idea if this is related to any of the animal wolf attacks that we think is happening in the city, but the Detroit Railway in the south part of the city, there have been a pile of bodies. They were torn to shreds by some type of animal. Some say it's a wolf. Some say they don't know why it would be wolves, given the fact that this is a city area and wolves are not native to this area as much as they are in northern Michigan. And suddenly Jason turns it off and goes, great. We didn't help our cause any. And one of those things, what to do. And of course, he's in his apartment by himself. And he's talking to himself because he actually suffers from the paranoid flaw. And he's like, okay, so if what the guys told me last night, vampires create hellhounds and so can... But vampires. So somebody's feeding a bunch of stray dogs our fucking blood. Alright. Well, I got nothing. I'm gonna
Plot
head out.
twist. Plot twist. It was you the entire time sleepwalking.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Alright, so Jason begins to leave the apartment, and he looks at the phone and begins texting both of you guys. And meanwhile, we cut back to Lucian after he just had his meal, what else do you do? Are you back at your apartment? Are you heading to the club? Are you texting everybody? Or what is your character? Describe to me your character scene and what they're feeling at this moment. You're still missing your sire. You took on a hellhound, which you have been informed that there might be a lot more, like tens of thousands of more. And you had a trouble. This had to have put your character in some dramatic role. Or in some dramatic state of mind.
Yeah. It just it would kind of make me it would kind of put Lucian into a deep thoughts on what's going on and what kind of life did he get himself into when he let God, my mind just went blank. When he let Elisabetta drag him into this world.
And the main question is, where is your sire?
Yeah, it's very curious. She said she was just going to be gone for a couple days, and it's been more than just that.
She went out for milk and cigarettes. It's been a week.
No, actually, she went out for blood and condoms.
Well, I knew that. That was just kind of a Dad said, "I'll be right back." Never came, and you never heard from her again. All right. Well, all of a sudden, the new do you have a TV in your home?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
All right. So as you turn on the TV for a moment while waiting and see what's going on, it looks like this just in. There has been a wolf attack or animal attack of some kind at the local dispensary on the. Let's see. It doesn't say if it was east or west side, but one of the west part of the city, yeah. And the west side of Detroit. The dispensary has a few people in there, but it sounds like they're being torn to shreds. We're releasing SWAT team immediately, as well as officers.
Okay, that's not good. I guess I'll try and get a hold of you guys.
All right. Well, I was already texting you, so you probably saw a text message saying, where are we meeting up tonight?
Maybe I would probably suggest maybe outside of the recent wolf attack.
So you give him the address to the dispensary on the west side. You look it up.
Yeah.
You look it up, and you send him that address, and he's like, okay, we'll be there. What does Zahir do? Or is Zahir still following the scent of some funky smell?
He's going.
Let's roll. I'll go. I'm so invested in it, he cannot pay attention to it. I said, I will go, I'll do a roll. He's so invested into it, he does not notice his phone going off. Even he's not compulsed to follow the smell in like a primal state yet. I got a 3, so I forgot what I said, but yeah, 3. So I noticed my phone. Was that what I said?
Yep. So you notice your phone is on, and you followed the smell to a hole that looks like it was dug up by something crappy. It's not even a well dug up hole, but you notice that the ground around near your cemetery where you live at has been disturbed.
Would I be able to speak to some of the animals to see if they saw it?
There's no animals currently in the area at this time.
Using my animals.
Oh, hang on. You're roboting real bad. Okay, try it now.
Oh, I was just going to say with my animalism, since, a lot of things loiter around graveyards, but there's nothing in the graveyard at the time. So, yeah, I guess pay attention to the vibration in my pocket, and I'll save that issue for later.
All right. So you see that they're going to try and meet up at a local dispensary. And they give you the address.
Well, then I guess I'm going to go that way.
All right. So as
Stopping
you
to
guys
save for a meal on the way there if an opportunity.
you know what? Give me a D10 roll.
Okay.
This is going to be a
Should the
luck roll.
opportunity arise, I mean. I'm not going to be like 3 blocks out of the way type of thing.
Right.
I got 7.
A young female walks past you.
Well, YOLO. I'm
Yeah.
gonna see if I can't sneak up on her. Use the stealth. Give her that nice, sweet gangle embrace.
Give
Alright.
me
Stealth is dexterity plus stealth.
Yep.
Alright, so 1, 9. Wow, that was a great cancellation. Oh my god, 2 10s.
All right. So you got
7
2
and
successes.
7, and then I'll roll a 2 10.
Okay. That's enough.
And then I got a 10 and a 6. And a 6.
Damn. Okay. Well, that's enough.
All right,
You
yep.
succeeded anyway. You only needed like basically a success for this because she is not paying attention to you at all. All she knows is things. She felt a little bit of sharp pain on her neck, and things went dark. Did you finish her off or did you let her live?
No, I just left her there. I did not finish her off.
All right, but she did pass out. All right, so you managed after a couple hours. You guys see that people are trying to they're like surrounding this dispensary. You got SWAT team, cop cars everywhere, and so far you guys hear some growling and snarling. And it looks like the door to the dispensary was blown inward, like something broke into it.
Oh, that's not good.
Investigation maybe?
You don't
Unless
need
there's
to.
still a crowd there.
Oh, there's still a crowd there. The cops are here. It's still an active crowd.
Okay.
Like, you guys can hear gunshots going off. Well, that's this is actually pretty bad. I don't.
Can I just
know.
what is that? What?
What's up?
Oh, I was gonna see if I could like maybe tap into my senses and maybe listen to like something that might help amidst the shouting and like commotion.
Like you're just trying to see if you can hear anything in there, like super hearing.
Like like anything useful, yeah.
I would say that would be a wits and composure roll to try and focus in.
Okay. 9, 9, 3.
All right. 993. Yeah, you're definitely hearing like growls and moans. Like it sounds like hellhounds are currently inside. You're not going to dispute that. And you do hear screams of humans. Oh, for God, the love of God. Oh boy, you hear a lot of screams. Not only do you guys hear screams, it looks like someone threw a human arm out a window as you hear, no, no, no! Jason goes to you guys and is like, oh my God, they're being shredded to death.
And I just
They don't even stand a chance.
Zahir sort of smiles and leans in and just, do you hear music of back tactics?
Say again.
Oh, I said Zahir sort of leans into you too, and he says, "Don't you hear the sweet music they make of the pack tactics?"
Jason's like, yeah, until that's us. They're so hopped up on freaking vampire blood, they probably are waiting to feed on us if they run out of human meat. These things are not tamed, they're wild animals.
Well, do we have anything to take care of them this time around?
I don't think we actually had any time to get any weapons, to be honest. I didn't find anything, nor could I afford anything right now. Give me 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I got, oh my god, that's horrible. You guys do hear, like, one of the Hellhounds drop, and they're like, okay, I got one, and then all of a sudden you hear the same shit, some snarling, some growling, and some more screaming. Oh, not much more screaming. Just like, oh my god, he got me. So, what do you guys do?
Well, so there was the police officer was body dropped nearby, right?
Pretty much.
I'll run over and take whatever firearm is on him.
And for some reason, all the civilians... So, there's civilians inside that are being eaten to death. There's cops inside and a SWAT team inside being eaten to death. But all the civilians in the area is hearing the screams, and it's drawing a bigger crowd.
Again, I'll run over and grab a whatever firearm is on the dead cop.
Arm? There's only one dead cop, and it's only his arm. Let me see. What's the... Give me a 1d10 roll to see if he has the luck of having any type of weapon on him.
A 1d10? Okay.
1d10. It's just a luck roll.
I got a 5.
Oh, yeah, nothing. The weapon must be inside the dispensary. Ooh. Since you're also within the range beyond the barrier, they get to roll a wits plus composure roll to see if they notice you. 2, 3, 4.
Can I counter that with stealth?
You can go right ahead. 3 or better. 3 successes or better.
So
it'll be dexterity plus stealth. Yep.
The silence it kills.
I know
got
it
one
did.
success.
1 success? Oh, yeah, no. Unfortunately, a hellhound comes out growling and snarling at you. Everybody needs to give me an initiative roll.
Look what you dragged me into, Chris. I was just going to sit back and admire this beastly happening.
And now it's even... And for some reason, I don't know why, it's still drawing a fucking crowd!
So,
wait, this is Detroit.
right.
People would go towards a crowd.
So, Table, I just want to send this to you real quick, and I just want your opinion real quick on it.
Okay.
I just DM'd it to you.
Yeah, but it's still I think it might just be how it's worded. because that is worded kind of weirdly.
Well, I did ask further clarification. It said that it's from the second edition.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're not playing second edition. We're playing the first edition. So here's how celerity works. You got to spend a
just wanted to
vitae,
clarify.
but it still does the same thing. I think that is
Yeah,
correct.
I just-
Yep. It's weird when they say even if you don't spend vitae, and I'm like, that makes no sense because you have to spend vitae to use celerity, unless you don't. If that's something they amended in second edition. See, celerity cannot be invoked more than once per turn.
That's what it says, is that it was something that was changed in the second edition,
Okay.
not in first edition.
So the way celerity works, in turns when a character activates her celerity, her dots in the discipline are subtracted from any and all attacking characters' dice pool. So anyone who is attacking you, we have to take out that many in dots. This penalty to attackers' pools applies in addition to any armor the celerity's using character have, as well as to the defense. Though note, like armor, celerity benefits do not diminish. Celerity protection. Celerity also adds to the character's initiative during the turn in which this is activated. And it'll be, if you got celerity 3 and initiative 5, it'd be 8. Okay. So it does do both. Alright, so did you want to activate that, Chris?
No.
No? You want to save it? Okay. Well, give me
I
an
only got
initiative.
3, so
Okay. Well, but that's three dice that gets added to your initiative.
I got 2 celerity.
Oh, 2 celerity. And what's your initiative?
God, where's my initiative is 5.
So that would add at least 7 dice to your dice pool. Give you a greater chance of going first.
I know, but I'm saying I got 3 vitae left.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're running low. All right, so go ahead and roll your initiative. Tails, what'd you get for an initiative?
10, 1, 7, and 3.
10, 1, 7, and 3. So 1. Let's see. 2, 3. Okay. Alright, so Hellhound. And so far, Zahir. And where does Lucian come in at with this?
I only got 1 success and 8.
Okay. So you're last. And yet you're the first one in battle. Imagine that. Alright. You know what? Jason's like, oh hell no, I ain't doing this twice. He is going to do something he never does. He's going to break the law. I mean, aside from feeding on people. He's going to break the law. He is going to quickly look. He's going to do a search check and quickly look for a police car with its keys still left inside. And he's going to hop in and try and run that thing over. He won't be able to, unfortunately, do this all in one turn. And, let's see. He succeeded, so he did find one. So he, like, you guys don't know where he went. He just kind of, like, he didn't really sneak away. He just kind of ran in another direction. And it is currently the Hellhound's turn. All right, the Hellhound's going to chomp his little naughty bits on, like, his jaw on you. Alrighty. And he... Nope. 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 All right, Chris. So it tries to come and attack you, like bite your arm, but you manage to pull away from it quickly. It is currently Zahir's turn.
Am I able to take advantage of this confusion and stealth so the beast cannot see me if I would like to flank it?
Yeah, absolutely. Dexterity plus stealth.
Okay. Here we go. YOLO! All right. 1, 7, 5, 3, 9, 10, and 7.
All right, so that's 3 successes. You definitely managed to, you're sneaking up to it, and it is definitely not noticing you as its attention is currently on Lucien. Lucien, it's your turn.
Well, I'll just go in for a bite attack and see if
All
that's
right.
at all successful. Even
All
though
right,
those
strength,
haven't worked in the
brawling,
past.
is specialization, 1 die for specialization and bite, and go for it.
So I got 10 tens, or I got a 10, a 7, a 7. One 7 got canceled out, and then I re-rolled a 10 for another 10, and I re-rolled that for a 7.
That's 4 successes. You definitely hit. And did you roll? What's your bite attack? What does that do? Is it like 1L, 2L? Like, do we establish what kind of attack that would have?
No, we did not.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll figure out the bite damage. Um. All right.
Excuse me.
Thank you. Oh, okay. It's gonna be strength plus 1 lethal damage, so you get to roll 1 additional dice.
So 1 die,
Yep, 1 die.
4.
Okay, that's not a success. So let me see here. All right, I gotta. So you managed to bite, and you're beginning to suck the blood right on the hellhound, and you basically, like, you're not really sucking. It's falling into your mouth because you were successful on the bite attack. However, the hellhound is still very much up, but it looks kind of weak a little bit. Okay. Give me 1 second. I gotta do a drive check. Alright, so Jason managed to get inside, and he is going to drive the car crazy, do a nice swerving move to get the beast off of you, to separate you and the beast, even though he doesn't know that you're willingly there. Okay. Chris, you need to give me a dexterity plus athletics roll.
Alright. So athletics and dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
2 successes? Alright. So as the car was coming up, like, this was like, it's not a police car per se, but as well, it is a police car. So he does this fishtail maneuver, and you jump over the trunk as he runs right over the hellhound, killing it. All you hear is a nice little whimper, and it is gone. Let's see here for a second. There means there's 5. Almost spoiled it there of how many Hellhounds are left. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. So you guys still hear more gunfire and stuff going on inside the dispensary. The Hellhound you guys were currently taking on is currently dead. What do you guys do at this time?
Ideas? Anyone?
Give me 1 second. Nope.
Is there a back entrance, maybe?
There is a back entrance. And
I'm gonna go that way and see if I can't scout or sneak or like notice anything.
my God, Detroit is one crazy city. None of these people are scared of this going on. So it's attracted a much bigger, like, there's still people coming up, they're seeing the action, they're like, oh my God, what's going on? I don't know, we're hearing the gunshot, and they are, you see them like how they would be today with their camera phones, and they're trying to take pictures of the action. As, by the way, you're all caught on camera.
Wonderful.
Which is not going to sit well for the Camarilla, because now we're being exposed. But you guys don't know that yet. He's like...
Man,
so,
remember that part where I said I just wanted to sit back and watch it, admire the bloodshed? But somebody's
know,
a
right?
hero.
And for some reason, no one in Detroit's freaked out.
It's Detroit. It's a Tuesday for them.
Meanwhile, there's that one tweaker off in the corner blasting on their phone. We don't stop the
That would totally
And then
happen.
there's another one in the other corner playing "It's the End of the World."
It's the end of the world
The roof.
as we know it. The roof is on fire. The roof. All right. So he's like, okay. I think Jason would be kind of scared here, because like these things are these. By the way, as you guys do, if anyone peers into the dispensary, it is all blood. There's well over 10 dead bodies in there, plus whatever is, and like that's just regular people who work there. That's not even cops and SWAT team. There's like probably an additional 7 to 14 of those bodies.
What did you guys get me into?
What did we get you into? What?
You're the one who
Roll
drew
in
at first action.
No,
I'm only into this because you drug me into this.
No, I just needed a simple job to get some money, and then all of a sudden we all got into this.
Simple job. I think this is the job. We were told what this
I
job
know.
is, and this job was anything but simple. And of course, that was also mentioned.
Well, I mean, what else can we do besides go in and try to manage what we can? Unless we want to run away.
Hey, that's why I'm going around back to see what I can gather.
Let's see here. Give me one more second. Ooh.
I guess go around back
Okay.
doesn't sound too bad.
So
or
as
at
you guys
least
go-
get onto the roof.
So as you guys go around back, you guys notice 4 hellhounds just busted out the back door and is running away. And one single officer runs out, and he's carrying a heavy rifle. He's like, "That's right, you sons of bitches!"
Does he see me? Am I still stealth? Because I plan on stealthing back there to gain the information.
Oh, let me see here. He does not see you. He doesn't even notice anybody. He's probably fucked up.
Can I eat him?
You
Embrace
could totally
him?
do that. You could turn him into a vampire, or just feed on him.
No, I just wanted to kiss him. Like, yeah, feed on him. Not
All right.
turn him yet.
You could totally do that. That's what it's called, Chris.
Yeah, it's called. Yeah, it's called the kiss because it's pleasant for like all but like one or two of the genealogies.
Okay.
Okay, well then I'm gonna do that till he's dead, and then I'm gonna give Chris the gun, the heavy gun. You might need this.
I'm about to tell you what it is too. Give me 1 second. You're gonna freaking love this. Let's see. I just need a table of all the weaponry just separated. Good grief. Chris, you're about to receive. Holy crap! This book is transparent. I just want rifles, dude.
Did you say thorough? It's extra.
Well, it's very detailed. I will say this: White Wolf did make this very detailed, and I think that's what people liked about it. I don't want to use the term too detailed.
If there's any testament to how great it is, it's that I have ADHD, and I quit stuff halfway through it, and I've managed to read half of the newest book.
Oh, nice. I don't like the new stuff. I'm not big on it. But that's just me.
That's literally everybody.
I need assault rifles. Here we go. All right. Hang on. So Chris is about to receive a generic 5.56 milliliter assault rifle.
And all I'm gonna say when I pass it to Chris is because it does in fact heat.
And it looks like it's got one clip it's got one partial clip and one clip on the guy.
I'll take both.
All right, so you've been given a gun. We need to get out of here, guys, before we draw any more attention to ourselves. It looks like this whole situation has drawn attention.
It seems as the quarry is out of our reach. Yes, I vote we haste. We make an escape.
Do we follow and hunt the pack down to see where they go to, or do we just retreat for now?
Well, maybe follow for as long as we can and just find out where they come from, and then we can come back again.
All right. So this is going to be like an endurance. This is going to be an endurance test. They can. My speed is literally. I can go like 10 squares per turn. They go at 14. So for this, we would need to actually do two types of rolls: dexterity and running to try and keep up with them. And then also for the very end, to see how long we do it, it'll have to be. We'll have to add stamina to that as well. But the stamina roll has to be separate. So everyone needs to give me a dexterity and athletics roll. And of course, I do have running. So that's going to be 7. That's going to be 8 dice right there. And they're not going to really...
I thought we had a car.
No, we have not. No one has had a car. I stole a police car. Did you want me to just... Did we want to just get in the police car and take that? Because I will.
I'll let you guys.
You let us what?
That's what I was kind of wondering.
Oh, I'll totally let you guys take the police car and drive off with it.
Yeah, I think that's a bad idea. 3 vampires, 2. Well, if that means you're going to be out of it. 2 vampires in a police car. Yes, what can go wrong?
That's why I said I'll let you guys take it if you want to.
Let's think about this, Chris. Let's steal the let's be 2 vampires that steal a fucking car. Well, a car is one thing. This is not this is the Detroit police car.
Then you'll have someone saying, "Dude, where's my car?"
Yeah. But
all right, so that was athletics and strength?
Yep. No, athletics and dexterity. I'm not stealing the police
Okay.
car. I'm sorry. We're running. Hey, Chris, if you want to steal the police
5,
car,
6,
it's right there. I won't even make you roll
9,
for it.
4.
Oh, fuck me running. I failed.
5, 6,
completely.
9, 4, 6.
Okay. 5, 6, 9, 4, 6. That's one success. I failed. Chris, what are you doing? What is Lucian doing?
He'll run, and I got one success. I had 2, but I got 1 canceled out.
Okay. And all right. So the pack, unfortunately, the dogs outran us, and we could not keep track. We did not keep track of them even for a quarter block. We've lost their trail.
Well,
It happens.
I guess we call it a night.
Well, it is still early on in the evening.
Failure is the building block of success.
It is only currently 10 o'clock at night, though, so you guys do have plenty of time to sulk at a bar and probably figure out what, maybe change your names, because this is bad. I think this would be a perfect time to stop. We've actually been playing for well over 2 hours.
We've been fumbling around like idiots for 2 hours.
Yes, we've been playing this game for 2 hours, and yeah, we've actually gave it some pretty good flavor, I like to think, but we still got through some stuff, and we got our asses kicked. So I think that's about enough for that.
You don't say.
We're a bunch of vampires who got our asses kicked. So for everyone who joined in on the stream to watch us, thank you so much. I'd like to wish everyone a pleasant evening, and to join us next time. I do have some time tomorrow. We could probably play because I will be after work. So I'll probably, if you guys are available, we could hook up and start the next session tomorrow. So, but we'll talk about that after stream. Other than that, you guys have a great and wonderful night.